Part 7 of When a Bad Boy Falls in Love with an Innocent Girl who is the obsession of his enemy. Author point of view. Whole day passed and you were with Taehyung. They had set everything for leaving by private jet. You held his hand. Jan, I don't think it is right. You were scared of Jungkook. He in the back of your hand. Da. Don't worry, Jan. How do I not? Jungkook will not let this happen. We cannot just leave the country. Taehyung, he will harm you and I don't want it. Da, your father was in danger, but he is safe now. So what is scaring you now? Don't tell me that you care about me. Of course I do. He smiled and caressed your cheek. Da, you don't love me, but still you are worried for now. Then imagine my situation when I love you so much. Your heart missed a beat. Emotions in his eyes were so pure, but you saw it in Jungkook's eyes too. The moment broke as you stepped back. Jan, you should not love me. I cannot give you anything, Taehyung. I am not pressurizing you to return it back. Jimin came in. Jimin, everything is ready. Let's go. Taehyung held your hand warmly and took you out of there. You stepped inside with Taehyung. He made you sit on the sofa and crouch down. Taehyung, you are very beautiful and innocent, just like a princess. Jan, don't call me that. Taehyung, you deserve all the happiness, Jan. Jan, more than me, you deserve it. Don't put yourself in danger. He leaned towards you, his face a little away. Taehyung, anything for you. The whole world matters nothing as compared to you. His eyes falling on your lips, and you gulped. Jimin barged in like a storm. Jimin, take your seats, we are leaving. Why? We have an hour. Jimin, we don't even have a minute. Jungkook is after us. You panicked, while Jimin ordered the pilot to take off. Sitting beside you, Taehyung pulled a safe zone of his arms around you. With your head on his chest, you were shaking while feeling his heartbeat. Calm down. He cannot reach to you. Soon you were flying away. The house was big and comfy. You sighed, but were paranoid that Jungkook can attack any time. Da, let's have dinner. Jan, I don't want to. I feel nausea. He worriedly approached you. Should I call the doctor? Jan, no. Jimin, come on. It must be because of the flight. You rest, Jan. You nodded. Jan, which room? Jimin, anyone you want. You walked towards a room. What's the update? Jimin, almost fine, but we have to change the house soon. He nodded. After a few days, you were a little relaxed. Your father was staying at a different house, and now he knows everything about Jungkook that you had been hiding. Taehyung, how are you feeling? Jimin told me that you did not have breakfast. Jan, he is such a reporter. I asked him to not worry you. He moved closer to you. Taehyung, he knows that you are my priority. You smiled that faded when his one hand rested at the side of your face. I love you, Jan. He whispered and leaned, waiting for any rejection from you, but you were froze. Flames ignited inside him when he started moving. He was slow, calm, and careful. You responded and he deepened, snaking his arms around you. The feeling was warm, pure, and satisfying. Pushing behind all the negative thoughts, you gave in. Jan, Taehyung, you mumbled. He walked, guiding you to couch, not breaking the moment. You gasped, not knowing why your need rose so much. Taehyung, I love you, princess. Similar word echoed in your head. Dark eyes shone. The devilish grin widened, and your heart was crushed under a rock. She pushed Taehyung back and breathed heavily. He seemed embarrassed. Taehyung, I am sorry. He gave you water and you took a sip. Yan, I cannot ruin your life. You should stop here. Ta, hey, don't push yourself hard. Things will be normal with time. Jimin entered while yawning. His gaze fell on you. Jimin, everything is fine. You stood from the couch, and darkness swallowed you. Jimin grabbed you as your legs gave up. Da, Jan, Jimin. Yeah, what you did to her. Da, shut up. He snatched you from him and carried you in bridal style. They instantly called the doctor who was now checking you. You were awake. Da, is she fine? Doctor, she is fine, but I can see that she is careless too. Jimin, yeah, a lot. Doctor, but it's not good to be careless in this state. Your stomach churned while Taehyung and Jimin looked worried. Da, in this state? What do you mean? Doctor, who is her husband? They both exchanged glances. Doctor, boyfriend, Jimin. What is it, doctor? Doctor, she is. You closed your eyes as you were expecting it. Jimin walked out with doctor to escort her, and Taehyung sat near you. Jan, you looked at him. Jan, I am sorry. Da, hey, why? He placed his hand on yours. Jan, earlier I must have gave you a hope, and now I did same with Jungkook. When he started loving me, then I wanted to step back. That was not your fault, but you were convinced otherwise. Jan, I became scared when he started showing obsession. Da, what you did was right. Don't blame yourself, Jan. I am with his child. You must hate me. He tightly hugged you. Da, I love you, Jan, and I love you no matter what. You were silent. He separated. Da, you rest and don't worry about anything. He then left. You people again changed the location. Taehyung and Jimin were very careful towards you. Today Taehyung left as his brothers insisted to meet. Jimin, I want some fried chicken. Are you craving? You smiled at him. Yan, you are an angel, Jimin. He blushed. Jimin, that means yes then. Doorbell rang when he was walking towards the open kitchen. Yan, I think Taehyung came back. You were about to stand, but Jimin gestured you to nod. Jimin, I will open. He moved towards the door, but before he could reach, it was already opened. Fear tightened around your chest when you saw him. Jungkook. An inaudible whisper escaped your lips. Jimin, you. He walked in like he owns the place. Jimin fearfully looked back to you. Jimin, Jan, run to room. He aimed to get to kitchen to grab any weapon, but Jungkook's guard tackled him on the floor. You left the couch and took a few steps when Jungkook pulled you back by twisting on your heels. You screamed when you were slammed back to couch. JK, it's been days. He dug his knees on your sides, his aura shaking you to your core, your eyes getting water as he carries your cheek. Jungkook, why you stabbed in my back, baby? Jan, I didn't, I promise. Jungkook, come on. Didn't you run with these two boys, huh? His hand found your neck and wrapped around it. Jan, no, they. Leaning you back, he then caught you. Jimin, yeah, don't touch her, he yelled, and Jungkook deepened by pressing his hands on your waist. He was punishing you. Jimin, back away. Jungkook parted and turned his head towards him. Jungkook, wanna die? You held on him when he was about to stand back. Jan, don't hurt him. Jungkook, my princess, you just worried about yourself. He grabbed your jaw. Your swelled lips pouted. Jungkook, you will learn a lesson for running away. He hissed on your face. Jimin. Leave her. If you are a man, then talk to me. Jungkook strode to him and threw a punch across his face. You followed him and stood in front of Jimin. Jungkook, move away, Shan. Pulling out, he looked at. Your face turned pale. Yeah, Jungkook, I am sorry. Jimin is innocent. It was all my plan. No. Jimin cried out while Jungkook was losing control. Panting breaths and eyes. I held his hand. Jan, I am Jungkook with your child. You wanted it, right? Let's go. We will live happily. You just sealed your fate with him. To be continued. Hey, I love reading your comments. Share your thoughts and opinions. That really means a lot. And love you all.